and welcome to another session of my yoga flow. So we'll be doing another 45-minute class. Hopefully this one will be a little smoother than last week, and to YouTube Live kind of had me off my game. So if you wish to join me, we'll just start in easy seat. We'll forego too much sitting and talking, but still we want to take a few moments to turn off our external sensors and focus on our internal sensors. Focusing on our breath as our anchor to keep us in this present moment, thinking about what we're doing right here and now, not what we're doing later or what we did before. So as you feel supported by the mat, feel your sit bones, maybe your legs against a soft mat or maybe carpeting. Maybe your hands are on your knees. Make sure if you're sitting upright with me that your spine is nice and straight, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Let's take a few breaths to really get centered and prepare for movement. So we will inhale through the nose, bringing in a full deep breath, filling up the lungs, bringing it all the way down to the base of our spine. And when we can't fit any more air in, we'll pause, open the mouth, and release it out. If you wish to add in an audible sigh or flutter of the lips or bring the shoulders into it, dropping them down, I invite you to, as I really find that therapeutic, if nothing else. So we'll take our first inhale, finishing the exhale you're on. So drawing in through the nose. And exhale. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. One last breath together. And exhale. So thanks for joining me today. If you wish to bring an intention with you as we flow through the next 44 minutes or so, I invite you to do so. If you would like a suggestion, I will offer to you the intention of I am enough, just as I am. I am enough, just as I am. And I hope you believe that, because I believe that's true for me. So to prepare for movement, we'll start at the top of our body. So with an upright spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling, we'll drop chin to chest, taking your gaze down towards our legs, towards our belly, feeling a nice stretch down the back of our neck. Continuing to breathe here, normal pace, but taking nice deep inhales and exhales. Then we'll roll the left ear to left shoulder, taking the gaze out front, maybe walking the right arm out to the side. We can always bring the left arm, the hand up and over, adding a little weight. We don't want to pull on our neck, but just adding a little help with the stretch, feeling it all down the side of our neck and perhaps into our shoulder. And releasing back upright, taking it to the other side. So right ear to right shoulder, left arm and fingers can walk out to the side. Right arm, you can reach up and over, taking the hand towards the left ear and just gently applying a little weight. Feeling a gentle stretch, making sure we don't feel any pain, pitching, stabbing, anything. A little discomfort is okay as we work through different stretches, or maybe push ourselves to strengthen, but at no point do we want any pain. So releasing, coming back upright, rolling over to the left again, spending less time there, bringing the head upright, rolling to the right, and then when you're ready, begin to take gentle circles with the head, going from shoulder to shoulder with the ears. Maybe taking full neck rolls if that feels right. Breathing deeply, listening to your body. If you took full circles, go both ways, so flip it around. As we go throughout the practice, be sure and make this your own, really taking note of how each breath and motion feels, listening to any cues, modifying as needed. Or maybe you have an intention to practice a certain pose today, and so taking opportunity to ad lib and do your own thing. This is your practice. I'm here just making suggestions. So let's take arms out to the side, waiting for Calvin to clear the screen. And on an inhale, bring arms up and overhead, really stretching up, maybe reaching with the left hand, then the right. Stretching all through the side body, keeping the hip bones, sit bones firmly on the mat. Just reaching up, moving with your breath. And then we'll go into a twist. So taking left hand to right knee, right arm drops behind us. On the inhale, we extend the spine, giving length. Exhale, we turn back to the right. We'll take several breaths here as we slowly deepen our twist, using our left hand to help turn into the twist, our right hand to keep our spine nice and upright. Crown of the head stays towards the ceiling, neck turns back only as far as comfortable. We'll always be cautious of our neck. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center with arms overhead and take it to the other side. So right hand to left knee, left arm behind us. Inhale, extend up through the spine. Exhale, turn back to the left. Inhale, extend. Exhale, turn. We'll go back to the center, quickly on each side, turning over to the right, twist, coming back to center, left with the twist, and coming back to center. Now we'll get into the legs and the hamstrings and the hips. So bringing the feet forward, legs straight, coming into staff pose or Dandasana. Overhead, exhale, reaching for the feet with the hands, keeping a flat back as far as you can, really bending from the hips. And when you can't get any further, just gently relaxing down over your legs. Breathing deeply, inviting openness. You're not pulling or forcing any depth of the forward fold. Inhaling back up into an upright position. Next, we'll go into a butterfly pose. So bringing the bottom of the feet together, knees out to the side. Playing around, if you don't do this one a lot, just getting a feel for what feels good right now. We're very early in the practice, so maybe keeping the feet farther away from the pelvis. Maybe having them far out in front of you. We're starting with an upright spine. Just inviting those knees to fall down towards the mat. Trying to get the hips to open. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, reaching up with a straight spine. Exhale, folding forward, maybe taking the hands around the feet. Again, we're keeping a flat back as far as we can go into our forward fold here. And when you can't go any further, you can release down. But again, we are not pulling or forcing any movement. We're just inviting a stretch into the hips. And When you're ready, we'll come back upright. We're going into a figure four, so while we're still seated, we will keep knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And again, playing with how far away the feet are from the body, but we'll start by bringing the right knee into the chest and then crossing right ankle over left knee. So maybe this is a good position for you right here. Getting a nice stretch, backside of your thigh, really opening it up, getting it in the hips. Or maybe you wish to roll back, lifting your figure four off the ground, taking hands around thigh. Really deepening that stretch. I like to take my left hand around my left thigh and my right hand to my right knee, pushing it open, really feeling it deep down inside those muscles and soft tissue there. Keeping both feet relatively flexed, ankle still over the knee. And releasing, coming back up to sit if you just took the reclined figure four with me. And then maybe widening the legs and then windshield wipering the legs back and forth. Noticing any difference in the hips right now? I've been working out a lot today, so I just feel a general soreness. Feels pretty good to release some of the tension and lactic acid built up in there. And then we'll take it to the other side. So again, bringing the left knee this time in, crossing left ankle over right knee, and maybe just having hands behind you with the ankle crossed over the knee is enough. Also, we have the option to roll back, take the reclined figure four, lifting both legs off the ground, taking the hands around the right thigh, pulling that bent leg, keeping it pretty much 90 degrees. Feeling a nice stretch here on the outside of the hip. Again, I like taking right hand to right thigh, left hand to left knee, really pushing that open, getting a nice deep stretch. Coming back up. Again, just moving the legs back and forth, or maybe bringing them together. Whatever feels best, just to release. Let's just turning to our tabletop. We'll start with a little challenge here. So pushing the hands into the floor. Let's just double check our hands real quick. Yes, they're still there. Fingers are spread wide. Hands are under wrists, are under shoulders. And when we push up, we really do arch our back up, like in cat or in chaturanga or in plank. And we'll be doing some planks today. Yes. So actually, let's warm the wrists up. So flipping the hands around so the fingers point back towards your knees. The base of your wrist or your palm is the top of the mat. Fingers spread wide. And just gently rocking back. I tend to find this really helps with my left hand, the carpal tunnel thingy, whatever that problematic thing is when I don't stretch. I feel it on my planks and chaturanga. Also taking hands to the side, swaying back and forth, taking little circles. And then, I know, Calvin, on the ultimate, we can flip our hands over. It helps to do this one at a time. So we have the back of our hand on the mat, our palm is facing up, and then just clenching and unclenching our fist. Other options for warming up wrists are putting the hand out in front of you like stop, and then pulling the fingers back, dropping the hand down, pulling the fingers down, and then there's always flash fingers. So all those are great, especially if you have a 60 or 90-minute class. But since we don't, we will go back to tabletop and we'll do a little hovering table. So tucking the toes, again, check to make sure our hands are on shoulders, knees are under hips. We will inhale and lift our knees. think I've got the camera today that I don't need to lift them way up in the air so you can see I'm truly lifting them, but they are lifted. This probably helps open up the fascia in the bottom of the feet too, since we have not yet done the nice broken toes to really get into that soft tissue. I find it helps to think about something else, talk about something else, and I found this is true of all exercise. Whenever you're having to do something that, like hold a squat or maybe a plank hold that's challenging, just thinking about something else like you're shopping. That's the one time I think it's okay to let the mind wander. We'll hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Shake up the wrist real quick. And then we'll move into our balancing tabletop. So we'll start again by extending the right leg behind us, coming up onto those toes, and then lifting the leg parallel to the ground to test our balance. Once you've got your weight evenly distributed among the rest of your body, you can, if you wish, lift your left arm straight out in front of you like you're reaching out. Also reaching back through that right heel. If you wish, you can always do 3 crunches here. So the inhale, we extend, exhale, touch elbow to knee, extend, elbow to knee, extend, elbow to knee, extend, and down. We'll take it to the other side. Extend, elbow to knee, extend. You got it. One more here, I think. Or maybe 2 more. Along the leg. And then we'll go into extended side angle. So inhale to warrior 2. Exhale. Left arm goes, right arm goes to right thigh. Left arm comes up and over. Staying strong in that front leg. We're not dumping into with our right arm. Opening our heart here. So taking the gaze up, left arm strong. And then we'll inhale back to warrior 2. Once we're set in warrior 2, cartwheel the hands down, step back into plank, and you can flow through vinyasa or go straight to down dog. We'll only be in down dog for a couple breaths, and then we'll take it to the other side. When you're ready, we'll lift the left leg up, coming into 3-legged dog. And then if you wish, you can bend that left leg, bringing left leg to right glute. Being sure to keep the weight evenly distributed and the shoulders squared down towards the mat. We're not opening into wild thing unless you wish to. And then straightening the leg back up, squaring down the hips back to the mat. And then stepping left foot towards left hand, warrior 1. Right foot goes to 45 degrees, arms go up. Checking the alignment here, the front legs at a nice 90 degrees. Weight is pushing forward and out. Right leg is strong to the mat. Arms reaching straight forward and straight back. Our hips, again, are parallel to the side rather than the front. And we're nice and strong in both legs. Our arms are nice and strong. But we are not lifting our shoulders. We're allowing the shoulders themselves to relax down. It's the arms that are getting the workout. On your next inhale, we're going to reverse warrior. So inhale, reaching forward, bending from the hips, flip the palm, and then rotating back. Left arm comes up and over. Right arm can just pull down the back leg, or it can always go behind your back for a half bind. Gaze is up to the ceiling, so we open up that shoulder. Keeping our weight moving forward into that front left knee. We'll inhale back to warrior two. Catch our breath. And then cartwheel the hands down, coming down into plank. And finishing with the vinyasa or pushing straight back to down dog. If you wish to go into child's pose here, we'll be doing a little plank work before we finish up the class. There's not a whole lot I can fit into 45 minutes, but I'm certainly trying. So if you're going into child's pose, feel free to join us back in down dog or meet us in plank. So rolling into plank, you can always modify by going down to forearm plank or dropping knees down to the mat at any point in time. We'll start by just holding plank. We'll check our alignment. Make sure wrists are under elbows, under shoulders. Back is flat. Legs are straight and strong. We're up on our toes. Continue to breathe here, really tensing up the core to hold us. When you're ready, we'll return to forearm plank. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat, coming into Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose, we've got forearms down on the mat, parallel. Gaze is in front of us or down towards the mat. We don't want to look up or strain the back. Wiper the legs back and forth. And let's take it all the way down to the mat. We'll do a couple cobras. But first, catch our breath. So when you're ready, let's press up into cobra. Only do two. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Then maybe changing hand placement. Bring the hands wider. Inhale up. When you're done, we're going to move into table. And flip over into our sit bones. I can see we're just about 4, 3, 2, 1. One final middle one. If you're shaking, so am I. It means we're working hard. Again, make sure the back is flat. Continue to breathe, reusing those abs. And then if you wish to join me, slowly going down to low boat or canoe. See if we can just stay on our sit bones, straightening our legs, keeping our back just barely off the mat. And then releasing all the way down. Bring any movement here might help. I think I'll try the windshield wiper, the legs, releasing the back there. A couple deep breaths. And then while we're down here, if you wish to join me, bending the knees, bringing the bottom of the feet close to the sit bones, we'll go into a couple bridge pose. So I like it so my heels are barely touching the end of my fingers. My knees are hip width distance apart. On an inhale, lifting up the hips. Really using the glutes and the hamstrings if you wish. Maybe rolling one shoulder than the other underneath you, clasping hands behind your back or below your glutes on the mat. Really pressing hard into the heels, opening the chest up, getting the upper back off the mat too. And then we'll come down for 3, 2, 1. We'll do one more. If wheel pose or Dandasana is in your practice, feel free to take that. My form is so horrible I would never profess or try to teach it or even demo it. So I will do another bridge pose, pushing in through my feet, my heels, strong in my legs, lifting my belly and my back, my chest, rolling my shoulders under, breathing deeply here, holding it for 5 more seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lowering back down. Hugging your knees into your chest, maybe rolling the low back down on the mat, giving it a little gentle massage. If you wish to go into happy baby, go for it. Another pose. I used to really dislike that one. I've grown to like it, but I still really can't get my knees into my pits because I believe my low back should be on the mat while my feet are facing the ceiling. But it is what it is. I am enough, just as I am. Well, if you're in happy baby, go ahead and release it, or I'll offer up the closing spinal twist. I think today I will drop my left leg straight, hug my right knee in, so I'll just do a single leg spinal twist, taking my right knee in my left hand, pulling my right leg over to the left side. I extend my right arm out to the right, take my gaze out to the right, and get a nice supine twist here. Keeping my right shoulder on the mat. My right knee is not touching on my left side, but I'm still getting a really nice stretch. Releasing any tension that still remained from the practice from the day, from yesterday's workout. And then bringing the knee back in, giving it one more squeeze before I flip sides. Taking the right leg straight, bending in the left knee, taking left knee and right hand, taking left leg over to the right side, guiding it with my right hand. Left arm extends out to the side. Gaze goes out to the side. Left shoulder is firmly on the mat. Again, my left knee is not touching on the right side. I don't know that anybody's does. Just putting it out there is it's more important that you keep your shoulder on the mat and get a nice twist than really try or succeed in getting your knee on the opposite side. And then releasing back to center, giving it a nice big old hug, then bringing the other knee in to get a hug too. So curling up into a tight little ball. Taking one last move here. Really tightening everything up, even your facial muscles, your forehead, your chin. I'm not going to clench my teeth as I'd probably chip something, but everything else is clenched. And I hold it for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just feeling accomplished, successful, tired, enough. If you wish to join me sitting upright to close out the practice in a somewhat traditional way, I invite you to make your way to an upright position, assuming any seat that serves you. Oh, and look, Marvin's joining us. So settling back in. You're sitting upright, maybe hands on the knees, lengthening through the spine, taking in the last movement. Feeling gratitude for yourself. If you wish to join me, closing the eyes, maybe gently bowing the chin down, bringing hands to Anjali Mudra, not to pray, but to signify the mudra of balance, the yin and the pantheon, the feminine, the masculine, the old, the new, the right, the wrong, the unity and balance of all the universe. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be here again next week. Who knows what I'll be doing. So I know there is a place in me that is love, purity, joy, truth, perfection. And when I'm there, I see that place in you and see the exact same thing. And when we're in there together, we are in fact one. So join me in closing class by saying namaste. Alrighty. If I had to critique myself, not judging or anything, hopefully I think this one went better. So we'll keep using this platform. If you saw me on Zoom before, no more Zoom. So Zoom is unzoomed, and we'll be doing this. Or if this fails, we'll be on Facebook Live. So I'll let you know either way. Thanks and have a good